This holiday season, help Soldiers for Stockings improve the morale and welfare of members of our armed forces deployed overseas. Now through November 20th, there is so much work to be done, and you can help in many ways. Download the stocking pattern from stockingsforsoldiers.org and start sewing today. Volunteer to help decorate and assemble stockings. Donate Christmas candies, snacks, nuts, chips, drink mixes, DVDs, books, magazines, lip balm, toiletries, and other items needed to fill the stockings. Or help make packets of snowman soup, hot chocolate, to send along with the stockings. For more information, patterns, and a list of items needed, visit stockingsforsoldiers.org. This holiday season, help send our troops a touch of home. For many, it's all they will receive. All stockings need to be completed by November 20th. So get started today at stockingsforsoldiers.org. That's stockingsforsoldiers.org. Stockings for Soldiers, sending stockings filled with joy to our soldiers in harm's way for the 9th consecutive year.
Are you tired of commuting to a job that makes someone else rich, working harder than ever, but getting nowhere? Do you hate spending hundreds of dollars every week on daycare, having someone else raise your children? With our opportunities, you can start earning money as soon as next week. You get to be the boss, work from home, and live a happier life. At Be the Boss Network, you'll find hundreds of work-from-home opportunities that you can literally start today and be earning money as soon as next week. Go to freedom133.com and start earning money as soon as next week. You get to be the boss. Get out of the rat race. Work from home. Go to freedom133.com right now and change your life today. That's freedom133.com. Go to freedom133.com and start earning money as soon as next week. You be the boss. Go to freedom133.com.
Do you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS?
Then get on board with the Tax Admiral and let us steer your way to financial freedom.
The IRS is the largest collection agency in the world. They can freeze your bank accounts, seize your car, home, will garnish your paychecks and benefits.
Don't take on the IRS alone. I can fight for you using industry secrets that can help stop the IRS. I'll cut your penalties, slash your interest, and reduce your overall tax bill. Sometimes I can even get it zeroed out completely.
We're an A-rated company with over 30 years experience helping people clean up their mess with the IRS. And we have a 95% customer satisfaction rating.
If you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS, are facing an audit, a lien, or levy, then call me right away.
Call 800-646-6985. Again, that's 800-646-6985. 800-646-6985. 800-646-6985.
The following letters were written by our troops.
My dear fellow Americans, I truly appreciate your support. I was starting to wonder if people had forgotten about us over here, but then one of my buddies showed me this website, and now as tears are streaming down my face, I can see for sure that you haven't. Private Emily B., U.S. Army.
It's so heartwarming to see the American people not letting the men and women of the armed forces be forgotten. Your letters make a group of grown men, battle-hardened and gruff, act like a bunch of kids around a Christmas tree. Thanks. Staff Sergeant Matthew H., U.S. Army.
Your support may be the most important thing our troops can carry with them. But don't take our word for it. Take theirs. To show your support, visit americasupportsyou.mil. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Defense and the Ad Council.
Tired of paying outrageous prices for Viagra? Well, we have great news for you. Now you can finally get Viagra at huge discounts. Healthy Man allows you to save up to $500 on Viagra. Why pay U.S. pharmacy prices of $15 per pill or more when you can get Viagra for less than $3 a pill? Call today and get 40 Viagra pills for only $99. This can cost as much as $600 at your local pharmacy. You can't afford not to call us. If you want Viagra at the lowest prices, never pay $15 $15 a pill pharmacy prices again. Get Viagra for less than $3 a pill. Call 800-595-2614 today and save up to $500 and get 40 pills for just $99. Healthy Man is fast, easy, and affordable. Operators are waiting at 595-2614 to take your call now. Call 800-595-2614. That's 800-595-2614. Again, 800-595-2614.
On the battlefield, there's a saying America's military men and women live by. Never leave a fallen warrior behind. Ever. Off the battlefield, Wounded Warrior Project operates with the same goal. We leave no warrior behind. Wounded Warrior Project is a non-profit organization created to help our men and women returning home with the scars of war. Whether those scars are physical or mental, we're here to make sure that they heal. And whether it's helping those with post-traumatic stress disorder live a normal life again, or giving much-needed support to injured warriors in veterans' hospitals. Because no one deserves our help more than the men and women who risk their lives to keep us safe. Wounded Warrior Project. We never leave a fallen warrior behind. Ever. Learn more about what we do at woundedwarriorproject.org.
Zinc Media. Feel the power of knowledge. Rod, coming to you live from my bunkerized home studio somewhere within the great granite state of New Hampshire, where, you know it, say it with me, the state motto is live free or die. It is not big government or bust. And don't you wish that if you're living out in the states of California or Massachusetts or New York or Illinois, don't you wish your state motto was that succinct? Live free or die. It is Friday here. Friday here in the bunkerized home studio. Well, Friday everywhere around the fruited plain. As I broadcast to you, all my wonderful liberty lovers and ecclesiastites. Yes, and Fridays, it has been named. My good friend Billy Van Horn has come up with a name for Friday. So no more free-for-all, fun facts, frolic Friday fun stuff. No, it's still going to be fun. But it is going to... And this is a perfect name for this night or day. Simply because I always talk about, well, we're going into the weekend, and we want to slide into the weekend having a little bit more fun and enjoying the freedom that we work so hard for, especially most of us work hard during the week. And, well, I know some people, they do shift work, so they work weekends, unfortunately for them. I feel sorry for you. I've worked weekends before. I know what it's like. It can be a pain in the you-know-what. It's terrible. Everybody else is out having fun, and you're working, earning a living. But for most of us, we have the weekends off. And it's our... other people, they have, maybe a Monday or Tuesday or a Wednesday or Thursday or something like that is their weekend. But for many, the vast majority of us, it is a Saturday and Sunday that we get our freedom on. So Billy Van Horn, good friend of mine, and his network actually broadcasts the program. He came up with a name for me because I was putting it out there, and I saw a few a few suggestions, and I kept meaning to make it a poll to have all of you, but he came up with something that just succinctly says it all. And when I saw it, when I read what he suggested, I said, bingo, that's it. So henceforth, Fridays on the Rod Eccles Show, courtesy of Billy Van Horn, is going to be called Freedom Fridays. So welcome to Freedom Friday, the Freedom Friday edition of the Rod Eccles Show. By the way, you feel free to call in at 603-835-3224 if you should like. Starting off, well, I know I always say that we try to do things a little bit lighter, but we got to mix in the real stuff too. And some of it's pretty heavy, and everybody's still talking about Saeed Farouk. And I know there's a meme going on around there. By the way, I know Christmas is coming. And folks always wonder, what's a good gift to give somebody? Well, and especially since we're in this age of political correctness, it should be unisex, right? It should be, it shouldn't portray. I got a story here about unisex. Well, it isn't really unisex. It's transsex. But we'll get into that a little bit later. But one of the best gifts you can give somebody is gourmet food. Absolutely. I mean, and better than that is gourmet drinks. Now, what do I mean by gourmet drinks? I'm not talking about hot chocolate. Although I did give earlier in the week, I did give you a wonderful idea for hot chocolate. If you want to give hot chocolate as a gift, it's got to be unique. It's got to be special. It's got to be something that they really can't get themselves. So it's got to be really good. And you don't want to spend big money on hot chocolate after all. But something else you can buy somebody, or if you live in an area like here in New Hampshire, there are a couple of businesses that allow you to make it yourself. I mean, you can have your own. Although I do believe it's probably a little late to try to make your own right now. It won't have enough time to ferment and age for this holiday. But it's something that you should think about for next year. Is wine. Giving people wine. Now, of course, you have to be careful. You can't give wine to an alcoholic, whether they admit they are one or not. You don't want to tempt them that way. And there are people who absolutely do not touch alcohol of any kind. So you can't give that. But for those people who like an adult beverage from time to time, a good gift is good wine. And there are a plethora of wonderful wines from all over this country. You don't even have to leave this country. I mean, you can get there are some fantastic wines that are grown and made right here in New Hampshire. And there are some fantastic wines that are grown and made in New York. It's not just California. But California wines are awesome. And there are specialty wines, specialty fruit wines and honey meads. There's a honey meadery in Londonderry, New Hampshire called what is it? Moon something. Moonlight Meadery, I think it's called. You can do a Google search. Yeah, they do. Their stuff is just it went viral. When their marketing people actually got on the ball and started disseminating this stuff outside of New Hampshire, it went viral. And I guess you can find it all, in many supermarkets and liquor stores all over the country now. But I think it's Moonlight Meadery. Just look up from Meadery in Londonderry, New Hampshire, and it'll come up. Really good stuff. And so they had this one called Utopias, and they aged it. I don't think they have anymore. It was a limited production. And what they did was they had They got some barrels, some beer barrels, used beer barrels from Sam Adams Brewery down in Boston. Now, this beer barrel was used to age, it was oak barrel used to age the Utopias beer, the beer that you drink in a brandy snifter. And I think it's like $70 or $80 for a bottle of beer. I mean, it's got high alcohol.